Many are speculating that it is time for Donald Trump to start considering his vice president. Oh heavens, who could that be? I don't know. If it's too late to stop Trump from being the Republican nominee, what are the odds of a brokered convention even? I mean, that's been the stated goal of a couple of operatives. Joining me now is John A. Daly, columnist for BernardGoldberg.com, author of Blood Trade. John's latest piece is Why This Republican Won't Vote for Trump in November. John, welcome to the program. So you're not going to cast a vote for him in November. Let me play devil's advocate for a minute, because I can already tell what some people are screaming. I can almost hear them already through magic. They're going to say, well, then, John, that's just a vote for Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders. What do you tell those people?
If Trump is our nominee, that vote has already gone to Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders. Trump is he's an instinctive liberal, an instinctive man without character. And, for me to vote for him, well, as I said, I'm not going to vote for him, and this would be the first time that I've had to make this decision. I don't think I've ever had the nominee or the candidate that I wanted to become our nominee actually become our nominee for the Republican Party. And, but in the end, I've always kind of sucked it up and said, you know what, we'll go with this guy in the end. They're going to be much better than the alternative. This is the first time I don't believe that if Trump is the nominee, that we'll have a better alternative than the Democratic nominee.
Well, and there are a lot of people that I've been hearing from who are saying something similar, and to be equal with it too. I hear a lot of people who are on the Trump side saying, "Well, we're not going to vote for anybody if it's not Trump. We're not going to cast a vote. We just want to burn it all down." Well, it's important to have a plan in place. What would you if you didn't cast a vote for Trump? What would you do? Would you do a write-in? How would you handle that, or just maybe avoid that on the ballot?
I haven't decided yet. A write-in, perhaps. I don't think I would not vote for anybody. I think I would at least do a write-in, or if a third-party nominee jumped in that I thought would make a good president, even though I know they wouldn't have a chance of taking it, I would vote for them.
Right. And this, it's sort of like and we say this every single election, that it's the most important election that we're looking at. But I think in addition to sort of fighting against some of the big government sort of statist policies, we're really fighting for the soul of the Republican Party. And some say, well, if you have somebody like, for instance, if you have somebody like Cruz who gets the nomination, say Cruz gets the nomination, you have somebody who's super conservative guy, he would probably want to reach across the divide, mend those fences, and pick somebody who's a little bit more moderate. If Trump, though, ended up being the nominee, I don't know that he has still any bridges existing with any other candidate, except maybe perhaps Rubio. I haven't seen them attack each other so much. What are your thoughts there?
I have no idea. I mean, that's one of the problems I have with Trump, is he is such a wild card. You have no idea. I mean, he is the guy, running for the Republican nomination, and he won't, he's, the big issues for me, the national debt, Obamacare, things like that, he has taken this very leftist stance on. As far as I can tell from his generic talk, his plan for Obamacare is to repeal it and replace it with Obamacare on steroids.
Well, and he wants to take care of all of those dying people, John, that are dying in the streets. We have an epidemic of dying people. They're just dying right out in the street. I haven't seen them, but they're there, he says.
Oh, right. And, you look at the national debt. I mean, everybody knows that the major drivers of the debt are the entitlement program, Social Security. They desperately need reform, and everybody should know that. But and I think all the Republicans, except for Donald Trump, knows that. He says he will not reform it. And when we have someone like that who's our Republican nominee, I mean, what's the point? The Tea Party, the whole point was to break the cycle of huge government spending, and he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, I kind of wonder what the movement has wrought now that we are at this point. John Daly, you can find him on Twitter at John Daly, D-A-L-Y Books. John, good to see you. Thank you.